this is Dirt77. I'm here to just show you guys a little bit of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. If you've enjoyed Marvel vs. Capcom 2 any within the past 10 years, you probably already have this game. But for the people that just wanted a basic look at it, I just want to show you what it's about. So we'll start with the basics. Here's your menu, and we'll start with offline mode. Now, arcade is a very, very straightforward single-player experience. It's just 7 fights. The 7th fight is a boss fight. If you haven't spoiled for yourself, I won't tell you who it is. But I will say the final boss fight is fun. It's funner than most fighting game final bosses I have fought. But if you're looking for a single player experience, this is not where you go. This is very basic, extremely basic. It's more along the lines of it seems like they had to include it than anything. It's not even as developed as Street Fighters, which was incredibly simple as it is, but at least it had rival fights and stuff. But none of that here. But it's fun to play, if you're not playing online and you don't want to do training and stuff like that, and you get some achievements, so it's fun. Versus is just basic, 1 versus 1 locally. Training is awesome, and I'll get to that in just a second. And then there's the mission mode right here. I'll show you about this. Now, if you played Street Fighter, you kind of know what this is about. What this is just kind of a set of missions for each character, and the missions are pretty much combos, just stuff that it wants you to do. Now, there's one thing that I feel like is really lacking in this game. We'll start with Ryu. One thing I feel like is really lacking in this game is a tutorial. Something like, okay, for people that have never played this game, and especially have never played a fighting game, up there it says, see, Hadouken L. I know exactly what that is. That means a light Hadouken. However, there's plenty of people out there that aren't going to know what that means. And the only way you can see what it means is if you press start and you go to mission objective, and that tells you how to do it. That's it. So, to do a light Hadouken, you do that. But for people that have never played a fighting game before, like, this is, I don't know if they're trying to make this like kind of a tutorial, but if they are, this is really bad. Like, this is just saying do this. Like, it does not tell you how to do this. It just says do this. So, if it's trying to be used as a tutorial, it's really bad. But for people that actually know how to play the game, it can be fun because, it ramps up eventually. It gets to a point to where you're doing crazier and crazier combos. Let's see. No. Yeah, well anyway, that was it, but I don't want to waste too much time in here. I don't play Ryu very much. There we go. So stuff like that, it ramps up, it keeps going up, and eventually it gets to a point to where it's a little crazy, you're doing crazy ass shit that you might not even be able to do at that time. Oh, it's a crouching heavy, that's my problem. Well, anyway. So I'm not going to waste too much time in here, but, it is fun, for people to know how to play the game, but, you have to know how to play the game to do a lot of it. And not only that, but, if you have a character that you're heavily interested in, it's a good idea to do their missions because, it might not teach you exactly how to play the character, but it will teach you a lot about their options and stuff, it'll teach you about them even more. So it's nice, it's a nice feature, even though it's just basically ripped from Street Fighter 4, but there's a shitload of them to do. And the cool thing is, like, you'll get to one and you'll be stuck forever and you're like, I'll never beat that. And then you'll come back after you've practiced for a really long time, after you've gotten the hang of the character more, and you'll beat it. It might take a while, but you'll beat it. So that's the mission mode. Let's hop into the training mode, which is my personal favorite part of this game. And anyone that's, a fighting game, it probably is the same thing. Okay, so that's another thing is without any sort of tutorials or anything, like, this is a lot to take in. Like, you're picking 3 characters, each with their own assist type, and there's 3 different hyper combos for each character, and there's like it's a lot to take in, and there's literally nothing in this game that tells you how to do anything. And like, for people like me that play Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff and fighting games in general, we're gonna know like the basics of it. But for people that have just, found this game in a store and they're like, okay, well, I want to see what this game is about, there's literally nothing in this game to tell you what to do unless you read the instruction manual, which is a good start, but it doesn't help that much. And but I do suggest reading it. And or unless you look on YouTube for all the tutorial videos that a lot of the fighting game community has made, and they do a great job with them. But they shouldn't have to do that. It should be implemented in the game. And anyway, normally I think I have mine set to normal all the time, but normally there's a set over, an option over here for normal or simple mode. Simple mode I feel like is going to be fun for people that, you know, just you have some friends over at the house and one friend just wants to play the game and he's never heard of it and he wants to play it like just a couple times and never work on it again. But simple mode is not a good start for people that actually want to get into the game because it is a completely different control scheme. You have one button for everything and you're in a lot of things that are locked off to you. So I feel like if you start at simple mode, it's going to be even harder for you to progress to normal mode, and you're going to have to progress in normal mode if you actually want to, you know, play the game the way it's meant to be played. So I kind of feel like simple mode's a cop-out. Like, why put in simple, you know, yeah, like, the idea of simple mode's cool, but why would you not just put in a tutorial for normal? I mean, it's not that hard to play normal, and that's where people need to start if they want to play the game the way it's meant to be played. But anyway, so enough of all that. I'm going to go ahead and choose my characters. My team is normally Captain America, Hulk, and Dormammu, but I'm going to choose Spencer because I feel like he has a little bit more creativity. I want to show you guys, what you can do in this game. So when you choose a character, you're choosing their assist type also. And what this does is it chooses the attack that they do when you call them out for assist. And I'll show that during the game. So I'm going to put him on anti-air, and then I'm going to put Dormammu on dark hole. And we'll just pick randoms for, the other guys. Let's go to the danger room. Now, there's a lot of things that are different from this game from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. First of all, I want to say that this game looks absolutely phenomenal. There's no internet video to compare how fantastic this game looks, especially this one because it's not in HD. But the animations are wonderful, and just the entire style is truly top-notch. Like, they have captured, Western comic books like in such a wonderful way, and it's really a thing you have to kind of see to believe. It's truly a fantastic looking game. But anyway, the game has changed a lot since Marvel vs. Capcom 2. There's, some people saying that, it's better than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Some people saying it's worse. Some people say, they don't really care because it's just fun. But if there's one thing I feel like has improved a lot since Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the creativity. There's tons of options for combos in this game. Like, much more than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I feel like, at least. I was never on a super high advanced level on Marvel vs. Capcom 2, so I don't really know. But we'll get into that in just a second. Let's start with the basics here. I'm going to start with the basics that have been the basics of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but they have been changed for 3, and then I'm going to tell you about the new stuff. So the basics are you have 3 attacks. They've changed the attack buttons to where you only have 3 attacks, not high punch or low punch. It's just light, medium, and heavy. So this is light, this is medium, this is heavy, and then there's a launcher, which is which is A. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. So the basic way you're going to do combos is just X, Y, B launcher. And then when you do a launcher, you can hold up or tap up, and he'll immediately chase him into the air, and you can do that same series of keys again. So X, Y, B launcher, X, Y, B launcher. That launches him down. That's just a very basic air combo, and that'll get you places, and that'll do some damage. But the beauty of this game is just the amount of options you have. Like, not only during a combo, but after a combo. Like, even after a combo, a lot of times you can off the ground someone and keep the combo going. Like, for instance, Spencer, I can do this, and then that, and then that. It's just like, there's so many options here. Like, there's so many cool things you can do. But I need to slow down and keep going with the basics here. So yeah, you got your basic combos, and they're very easy to pull off, just as they should be. And you have special moves, just like in Street Fighter. For instance, Spencer's got his get over here arm, and he can shoot it up here, he can shoot up there, and he can wall kick him or hit him in the face. Stuff like that. So every character's got their basic special moves, usually quarter circles and Shoryuken movements, and stuff like that. There's also the assist, which I was talking about earlier. Every team has 3 characters on it. So if you tap an assist button, which is either the left or right bumper on the Xbox 360 controller, your first assist, depending on which one you select, will come out and do their assist attack. These can be incredibly useful. that's what a lot of the game is based around, is using your assist to either help you out or to set up even cooler combos. So for instance, when I bring out Hulk, he does that anti-air I had him set to. Or when I bring out Dormammu, he'll do the dark hole I had him set to. Now, you can also hold down the assist button and switch characters. So all the characters are fully playable, and you know, just it's all about team synergy, really. So all that's still the same from 2. You can't use the assist like crazy. Like once it says up there, assist okay, then you can do it again. But you know, yeah, and you don't want to bring your assist out all the time, because if they get hit really hard. So you don't want to constantly do that. Yeah, so that's really the basic stuff. You got hyper combos, which is kind of what this game is based around. Down there in the bottom left, you see I have a level 5, but normally, you know, it's just constantly leveled up since I'm in training. But normally you'll have to level this up yourself by doing, you know, certain shenanigans and stuff like that. But hyper combos allow you to do hyper moves, which, for instance, one of Spencer's is this, where he just charges across the screen and does a lot of damage. It's really hard to stop. And another one is this, where he just grabs them and beats the living shit out of them. So see, that uses up 1 bar of hyper. And there's also level 3 hyper combos that use up 3. But it's unlike Street Fighter. In Street Fighter, if you've played Street Fighter 4, you know that, like, let's say to do reuse Metsu Hadoken, you have to do 2 quarter circles and then, you know, all 3 punches. In this game, you only have to do 1 quarter circle to do your hypers, and just 2 punches, which makes them incredibly easy to link, you know, together, or really anything you want to do. Like, for instance, you can, wait, hold on. Yeah, you can do stuff like this. Ah, fucked it up. Oh, take it, whore. So, like, yeah, it's really easy to link your combos into stuff. Like Hulk, you know, the main thing I do with him is I hit him off the ground. So once I get him in the air, I can smash the fuck out of him. And then they're still not done yet. I can do that, even though I messed it up. It was supposed to be the other one. But basically what I'm saying is all these super flashy combos and stuff you see are incredibly easy to pull off. They're not, it's not like something to where it's just like, you know, all these motions that you have to put in and all this crazy stuff. It's incredibly easy to pull off. And it makes, what I think, you know, like I said, a lot of people think this one is a little bit simpler than 2 and everything. In all honesty, I really feel like it should be that way, because since I said that this, you know, game has got more creativity, the simpler it is to pull off the commands, I don't really think that should be a problem. Like, I think that being able to pull off stuff should be incredibly simple, and the simpler it is, that brings it more down to people that use their creativity to, you know, to win, instead of having to worry about, okay, can I pull off that command at that time? No, because it's so easy to pull off commands, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. So, yeah, it's very easy to do that. You know, it of course takes some practice, just like anything else. Like right now, I'm trying to do this little combo with Spencer. There we go. I failed it. But yeah, it's very easy. So that's the basics of the game. Is, you know, you got combos and you're just trying to link the combos and stuff like that. You got assists, you got hypers, and you know, all that stuff. That's the main chaos of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I was coming to the creativity. Like, training mode is really cool because, like, you know, like I said, the arcade mode isn't really great for someone that's looking for a single player experience. However, I do feel like this game could still be enjoyed by someone that does not want to get into the competitive scene too hard, just, you know, because they can play with friends. And like, just being in the training mode is great. Like, I've spent more time in the training mode more than any other game. I mean, more than any other time. For instance, like, so if I link his kick, he does that in the combo. That's cool. I'm like, okay, that's a cool combo finisher. But wait, well, what if I'm not done? You know, I mean, she kind of comes back to me. So I do have a launcher, so what if I try to add a launcher onto that? And then I try to do this, and then I try to do this. It's just like, it's so cool. Like, there's just so much cool shit you can do, you know? Like, it's really kind of, it's really based on just your imagination. Like, there's so many combos you can do. Like, if you think it, you can normally do it. So it's really cool. I mean, even if you cannot use these combos in regular games, like even if you think it's going to be too hard to do, just the fact that you do them is just really cool, and it's fun, and it's rewarding, and it makes you feel like you're improving at the game, and yeah, it's just cool. So let me show you a little bit about assists with more advanced stuff. Like you can get advanced with the assist. Not only can they come in and help you, but for instance, Spencer's arm hits her into the wall. So if I hit his heavy and his arm at the same time, he can pop her off into the wall, and I can leap up and smash her, and then do this, smash, and then smash. It's just, you know, using your assist, like using your imagination and stuff, is really going to be the key to you having fun in this game. Like, you know, I didn't start using assists until a lot later. Like, I use them every now and then randomly, but now I'm trying to actually implement them into my game. It's really fun. Just like when you find a team that has really good synergy and stuff, like, it's really fun to really just see what you can do with them. And yeah. So anyway, those are all the basics and stuff, using your assists and all that, and the combos and stuff. But there's some new things. Probably the most relevant new thing is X Factor. You do this by pressing all the attack buttons at once, and this has kind of caused a heavy division across the community. Some people really hate it and they think it breaks the game. Some people, you know, like it. And some people should realize that they should wait a little while and see how it settles into the actual competitive scene and then call it broken or not. But anyway, so it can be pretty frustrating, and it can cause for some really annoying things to happen, but it can also cause some really fucking awesome comebacks and shit. So it's interesting. When you do X Factor, your speed and your strength increase a whole lot. I don't know if you saw how much that combo used to do, but now it's doing 500 damage, just a basic combo. And depending on how many characters you have, the X Factor will last longer. If you have all 3 characters, it lasts about 15 seconds, I believe. If you have 2 characters, it'll last 20. And if you have 3, if you have 1, it can last up to like damn near 30 seconds. So it can completely change the game. Not only does it do more damage or anything like that, you know, and stuff like that, but it also does a ton of chip damage. Chip damage is when someone blocks, they still take a little bit of damage if you're using a special move. So if you have X Factor on and you have a beam that can like fill up the screen, you can kind of chip someone to death. Like, even if they're blocking, you can just keep shooting that beam and you might be able to chip them to death. So it's caused a lot of weird things, and but another thing that it does is it opens up even more options, because whenever you do X Factor, you will cancel the move that you're doing. So I can combo into a super with him. I can combo both of his supers if I use X Factor correctly and have the right timing, which is kind of crazy. It completely stops the animation of the move you were doing. So if I do this, and then X Factor, and then Catcher, that's 2 supers in one combo. That's crazy, and it's also kind of awesome. And like, finding out stuff like that is really cool in the training mode. Like, I might not ever use that in a match, but just knowing that I did that, like, holy shit, that is so cool. That opens up so many more options. It's awesome. It's really cool. So yeah, X Factor's crazy, and you can only use it once per match, so knowing when to use it is kind of a big deal. So yeah, for better or worse, it's here, and if you're gonna play this game, you're gonna have to get used to it. So that's how it goes. So yeah, those are kind of the basics and some of the new things in the game. There's a lot of other crazy stuff you can do. For instance, you can pass the person in the air with your teammates. Instead of pressing just A at the end, you press A in a direction. You'll pass them to your teammate. You know, there's a lot of new things in here, but like I said before, with no tutorial, this is a whole lot to take in, you know? But if you take it one step at a time and just learn what you want to learn, and, you know, it's really fun. It's a kind of a do-it-yourself game. Like, you find out what you want to do that day, and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to try to nail that combo, or all right, I'm going to try to figure this out, you know? I mean, I don't know. It's cool. It's really cool. But like I said, you have to have a little bit of dedication, because obviously, especially if you've never played a fighting game before, you're going to have to figure out all this shit by yourself. whether it be from YouTube or other means, but you're gonna have to go do it because Capcom doesn't want to tell you. And it kind of worries me because I'm really psyched about the fighting game genre coming back. It's pretty much my favorite genre, and especially for competitive gaming. And you know, it's really coming back. Like they kind of did that with Street Fighter 4 and stuff. But I feel like if they don't try hard to garner new players, then it might go away again. You know? So I mean, whatever, bring all, the bigger the fighting community, the better, but I mean, they should have some sort of tutorial built in for people that actually want to, they shouldn't have to look up, and the fighting game community shouldn't have to pick up the slack from Capcom by making tutorial videos. It kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so that's the basic offline stuff. That stuff's all fun. And then you got the gallery, which, you know, you can collect stuff. Collectibles always are fun for any game. You know, you collect bios, character endings, model viewer, artwork, sound, stuff like that. It's always cool. And then you got Xbox Live. And like I was saying with arcade mode and stuff, and with no tutorials and stuff, like the gameplay in this game is so fun. So it makes me forgive it for a lot of things. But when it comes to an actual game perspective, this is pretty lacking. Like, the arcade mode is really, really bare bones. There's no tutorial. There's nothing like that. And what I think is the biggest omission of the game is there's no spectator mode, which means that if you're playing a player match with over 3 people, that third person that's waiting to play, he can't watch the game. He has to sit there and watch your health bars go down. And this is such a bummer, especially for this game, because this game is just as much fun as it is to watch as it is to play. And it sucks because you'll hear like a friend say like, "Oh my god, that was so fucking cool," and you're just like, "Wow, I wish I could see that." So yeah, that's that blows. But they said they were going to patch it in at a later date, but they have no idea when that date is coming or anything. But it's just, you know, that's been a standard fighting game feature for years now, and it's really weird to see probably the biggest fighting game of this year launch without it. But yeah, I could see how it could be trouble with bandwidth, just because the game moves so damn fast. But at least put me in training mode or something. Like, don't just let me sit there and fucking watch a menu screen for 10 minutes. It's so stupid. Anyway, we're about to play a rank match, but before we do, let me show you a little bit about this license. This is really cool. This is just kind of pretty much your stats menu. Over there on the right, you'll see a circle that shows like all of your stuff and, you know, how good or bad you are at certain things. It just gives you an overview of what you are. Up at the top left is your icon and your stat title, which you can set, you know, just like in Street Fighter 4, and you unlock more. Down at the bottom left shows your recent history, what you've been doing. I guess I've used Dormammu 100 times and stuff, and there's my reserve unit that I use the most too up there. And then you go to the, you know, to the right bumper, and this shows you the characters that you use the most and all that. I guess Spidey gets the least love from me. Sorry, Spidey. And you go over here. This is your reserve units, which you can edit. And you can, you know, change just however you want, and, you know, stuff like that. And then, yeah, this is your stats. I've played this game a shit ton, so do not laugh at me. But yeah, and then if you go one more over, there's your friends. I don't want to show that just because I don't want friends getting friend requests and stuff. But you can see their licenses too, and it's really cool to be able to compare your licenses and stuff. It's just a very, very neat way of tracking stats. I like it. I think it's a good addition. So yeah, let's get a rank match going here. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get in one. This is another problem I've been having with the game. It seems like if you set the custom settings to this, say, okay, here we go. So this is the worst fucking part. If it doesn't join a rank match, which many times it doesn't, loading, and it cuts you back to this menu screen here. So you have to go back to rank match, custom match, do this again. Like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but just let me search again. Like, why do I have to do all that? And it gets even worse if it says connection lost to host. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if that happens, then it's even worse. Oh, failed to join game session. Like, this was happening in the original Street Fighter 4, which launched over 2 years ago. Like, I don't see how they couldn't have kind of gotten this shit together by now. Like, there's been times where I've been looking for a ranked match up to 30 minutes. And this seems like the best way to find it is to set a custom just with these settings. But obviously it doesn't want to find me a game, which is really cool. Let's try one more. Doesn't look like this one's gonna work either. Yeah, this is a bummer. This is a huge bummer, especially with a game like this fast paced. It seems like their main priority would be getting you into a game as quickly as possible. And I've sat here for long periods of time looking for a game and just nothing. This sucks, you know? And I don't know. I'm hoping that's another thing they're gonna patch or something, but it just kind of leans towards the more bare bones part of this game. Like, why is this okay, so watch this. Connection to the host has been lost. Watch this. You thought that last part was bad? They pumped me up to the fucking main menu. So I have to go to Xbox Live. I have to go to Rank Match. I have to go to Quick Match. I have to begin search. Like, you know, that's not that big of a deal. I might be bitching too much, but why can I not just hit like an X button and search again? Why? Like, it would be so much less frustrating if I could just hit the X button and search again instead of having to do all this bullshit over and over. Not only that, I have to hear the music start up every time, like, like, oh, you're so happy to play this game. I would be if I could actually play the game. Jeez, man. Alright, well, we're going to try, like, one more rank match, and if I can't get into this, then I don't know, I'll try a player match, or either I'll just show you arcade or something. Oh, man, come on. Come on. Just find me something. No, it's probably going to be connection to host lost, so I'm going to have to go back to the main menu. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Jesus. Alright, so let's try a player match. These seem to have a little bit more luck than, maybe not. These seem to usually have a little bit more luck than ranked matches, but maybe not. Sometimes this helps, setting them all to any. Let's see. Oh my god, come on now. This is pathetic. I'm trying to show you off to like 10,000 people right now, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and this is what you're showing them? This is what you're showing them? You're saying, oh, I can't even find you a fucking match? Alright, we might not be getting into any online matches right now, so we'll have to see about that. I guess I could just show you arcade or something like that. Just kind of sucks because I wanted to show how intense the game can be when played against an actual other person. Holy crap. Alright, well, this is the last shot. Nope, alright, guess we're showing arcade. How stupid. So yeah, that's a pretty huge bummer. That's been happening since the game launched, and that sucks. So we're gonna go into arcade, and I'll just, I'm gonna try Deadpool instead of Captain America. Usually I use Captain America, Hulk, and Dormammu, but I'll try Deadpool this time. Yeah, I guess I'll just show you some regular fights here in arcade. Bump it up to, oh wait, no, bump it up to hard. I think I can do hard, maybe, I don't know. I beat it on very hard, but I just had to continue sometimes. So yeah, this is how a regular match goes down. It's incredibly fast-paced, and sometimes it looks like you don't even know what the hell is going to happen, but if you actually play in the game, it's usually a lot easier to keep up with. Ooh. Hulk motherfucking smash! Hulk motherfucking smash! Oh, Hulk smash metal man! Oh, I love smashing. I love smashing. It's so fun. Alright, well, usually the first part of arcade, regardless of what difficulty you have it set on, is pretty easy. Hulk can take one hit. Holy shit, man. Okay. Smash you, puny man. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's what Wolverine says. Yeah, usually the first match of arcade, whatever difficulty you have it set to, is still usually pretty easy. Man, Hulk fucking smash. Hulk smash. But yeah, I really wish I could show you an online match. I don't have much time left in this recording, and I want a guaranteed match, so Yeah. Guess we're just showing arcade. I'll just show a couple more battles here, and then I'll cut it. But hopefully I'll beef up a little bit. Oh, I gotta kill Joe. I don't want to kill Joe. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I don't even think I mentioned this, but I really want to use Beautiful Joe, and I've been trying really hard, but he just requires very quick reaction times that I just don't. Ah, I fucked it up. Take it, Zero. Yeah, he requires very quick reaction times and a lot of cross-ups and stuff that that's not really how I play. But I'm still trying to learn him really hard, and he's a super fun character to play, and I don't think he's a bad character by any means. But I just think that he requires a certain amount of skill that I might not have. But for a while I was doing good with him, but I don't know what happened. Shoryuken! Deadpool is pretty damn funny. He kind of gets old after a while, but he is. Ah, I fucked it up. Still learning Deadpool a little bit. I'm just gonna shoot this dude. That's kind of stupid to do, but oh, Hagar. Hagar is awesome. I love playing as Hagar, but I'm the Hulk, so I'm a little bit better. Hulk motherfucking smash! Hulk motherfucking smash! Shoot you too! Dormammu is really fun to play. His attack kind of just make you feel like you're in the control of the battlefield. He's really fun. He might be my actual favorite character to play as. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh Lord. Oh. Oh man, I'm trying to do some fancy stuff with him. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, Dormammu's really fun. He's a very defensive character. He's about, like, you know, keeping him away from him and stuff. And if you catch him if he catches you in his traps, you're kind of done for because he can instantly go into his chaotic flame. I'll start with him next time. You guys have seen some Deadpool and Hulk, so I'll show you some Dormammu. He's got a very useful attack that it's a little pit of flame that he puts down in front of him. But what's so useful about this, oh shit, is that if someone tries to start a combo on you, then it won't follow through because he's got that. Oh gosh, gosh. Man, I'm so used to fighting people. Fighting a computer is pretty different, for better or worse. Like, you don't want, I feel like if you fight computers too much, then it's not really a good idea. Because you'll get used to fighting computers and you'll start firing off random supers and stuff like that. Oh man, this is not good. Smash! Smash! I got Magneto a little bit there. Attack me, whore! Hulk has some pretty awesome super armor. And there's some things, sorry if I'm not talking very much, there's some things that the computer will do that your average player won't even do, really. Like, the computer is weird because they're either like super good or super bad. Not really super bad, but just stuff that you don't see normal players doing that much. Hell yeah, I got lucky with that. Damn, I cannot get in on Magneto with Deadpool. I'm also talking, and it's making it hard to talk. See, like, you don't see very many Magnetos right now doing like this kind of shit. Like, Magneto he's a combo beast, but like, he's also very hard to do those combos with. There you go. Ah, that was stupid, but still. Watch this chip damage. See, look at that chip damage with X Factor. I was trying to do something there, but for some reason it wouldn't work. Gotcha. Oh, that was stupid. If I could just save up one more bar, I can kill him either way. Ah, Dante is... Oh, man, that's not good at all. Well, I'm dead. Well, that was really... Yeah, it didn't really go well. But it is hard to talk and play that game at the same time. You have to have kind of full concentration on the game, so that's how it goes. Dante, get used to him, too, if you're going to play online, because you're going to see a shit ton of him. He's not exactly hard to beat, but it's fucking annoying. I love Dante, too. I love Devil May Cry, but, like, man... He's just got so many fucking abilities for really, really easy combos, and he'll get you locked in, and it's difficult. But anyway, well, that's Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So yeah, it's really fun, and even if you don't particularly love fighting games, you know, maybe check it out. You know, I don't know, just find a way to check it out. It's fun because it's so different from like Street Fighter. Like, it's the only thing that the game has in common is like Hadouken motions and stuff like that. That's about it. So, yeah, it's great fun, and I hope you check it out. But I'll talk to you soon. New video will be coming soon. Thanks for watching.